never like dox him for working at the Weigels if he was like trying to lay low. He could be researching a role.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like,
I'm not necessarily insinuating he's on hard times. I think he was just in What We Do in the Shadows. Like he's working.
he's got money.
But he's got to take a moment just to like find himself working at the Weigels
because
on Western Avenue.
There's one thing I love. It's celebrities going to work like Walmart or like fast food places and just being regular people. That's super fun. I love that. Yeah. That's really fun.
That's why I go to Walmart. Stay regular. Stay down to earth.
I like that. Stay regular. I like that. Okay. Because I was like, maybe he's researching a role. Maybe he just, he's got too much money. He just needs to
and when
get
you're
in
at
touch.
that point, have you ever seen...
What's it like to buy a monster? What?
Cowbells?
Like just general cowbells?
There's a film, I think it was a Disney Channel original movie called Cowbells, where I think they were like two pop stars and they like had to work at a ice cream shop. Or like they were heiresses. It was kind of a Paris and Nicole. What was that show that they had where they like worked at regular television, or worked at regular jobs on television?
Honestly, I appreciate your respect level for me. There's zero chance I know anything that you're talking about.
Well,
I never watched that. If that was the thing, I never watched it.
Cowbells, and it was the Michalka sisters, Allie and AJ.
Yeah, that's...
You know them.
McCallie and AJ. Oh, McCallie and AJ.
No, Allie and AJ.
Allie and
Their
AJ.
last name is Michalka.
Oh, see.
They were a sister duo.
No.
And they did some movies together. They acted, they sang. They had a great album that me and my little cousin wore out one summer.
It is on Disney?
I think year? they were like signed by Disney.
Okay, so can I tell you just like a quick little fun story?
Tell me whatever you need to tell me.
So my wife, her cousin has a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old daughter, and they love us, and we see them all the time.
And they love us.
Their first sleepover, who was not a grandparent, was at our house this past Friday.
Cute.
It was a big. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
I watched Teen Beach Movie.
Yeah.
6 times.
6 of them.
That's all we did.
So
for over it because they hate the second one. It was over and over thing, and I'm
love
like,
that.
They had like
I love their criticism of the sequel.
They had full choreographed dances.
Yeah.
For every single song, so we had to stop and pause, and I had to watch them
and they had to learn the dance and do the dance. I get that completely. I was around when High School Musical was first coming out.
Yeah, that was the other one. That's what I pitched.
Wow.
I told him, I was like, I love
a man
that.
of our era. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I guess that's my.
I've not seen Teen Beach Movie. It was a little bit post me watching Disney Channel movies, but you know how I like to watch parody musicals?
Yeah.
There's a It parody musical that was like a dinner show jukebox musical in LA, and it's on YouTube. It's fucking funny. And the boy from Teen Beach Movie plays Pennywise and does a great job. And I know you're a Pennywise guy.
Love Pennywise.
Right. So
I think it's a Skarsgård.
Put you on that.
It's a Skarsgård.
Well, he's not. He's the Teen Beach Movie guy, though, who I assume you're now like really well acquainted with, like the little blonde man.
So the main character was
perhaps.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. I know he was in Teen Beach Movie in a major role, and he's kind of a blonde cutie boy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay. Because
he also played that horrible clown that we all love.
Because I think the one guy was hot. I really didn't know, and I thought it was inappropriate. They were saying hot, but, it was the whole thing. Yeah, they're just kiddos.
Yeah.
But that's what I did my entire weekend.
You heard the things I said about Orlando Bloom at 10 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
It was gross. It made my dad uncomfortable.
Yeah. Keira Knightley did the same thing for the boys.
Absolutely.
During all of that. Yeah. Yeah.
So Lost.
Lost was Teen Beach. Honestly.
Yeah.
Teen Beach adjacent.
Really? I don't know the plot of Teen Beach Movie. They're at the beach and they're teenagers.
Okay, so yeah,
and that's kind of as far as I know.
I'm gonna go as quick as I possibly can.
Yeah.
There's like a surfer dude, and there's like a surfer chick, and then they go back to their house, and she's getting ready to go back to the school that her family says she's meant to be this person. And she's leaving her, beach.
It's not your dream. It's not my dream. It's yours, Mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And the guy's favorite movie was this movie called Wet Side Story.
Okay.
And they get caught in the storm, and they go back.
Oh, wow.
And they start singing. And then the whole time, it's like a big commentary on like musicals and all this kind of stuff. So a little bit of time traveling.
Just a little bit.
Lot of bit.
A lot of it.
Lot of it. Yeah.
What was Desmond doing?
Well, okay, so I'm not going to say time traveling as much
Right.
as it's not even universe traveling as much as it is. It's like timeline traveling.
Yeah,
If that makes any sense.
He's at another fixed point in his life.
Yeah.
Just kind of like in his own head in that moment.
I mean, I don't think you can or at least I can't confidently say that it was time traveling because it didn't stay there.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
When he's talking to Charlie about it, he kind of describes it as like his life flashing before his eyes, like we all hear about happening before you die. And it was during the implosion that all of that happened for him. So I think it's more of like your life flashing before your eyes, but then you get stuck in that for a little bit. And he had a very new and different experience with it that I'm so excited to talk to you about.
Yeah, but he had choices in it.
Right.
So it wasn't really a flashback. It wasn't his life flashing before him. It was his life giving him a chance to make decisions, but he didn't make any.
Could he really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so
Yeah.
did he have any free will in the middle of that?
Wow. Isn't that the $1 million question?
Oh, come on. I'm ready. Okay. You're going to be mad at me. I don't.
I won't be mad at you.
It's a short list of notes, but you're talking me into like this was a good episode.
You always come in. This shit sucks.
No, I thought about it a lot this week. I know that you love this. I think that I have it pulled up on my phone. You said it's impossible that you won't love this.
Right, because it splashes before your eyes.
You shouldn't have put that in my head.
That's crazy.
You shouldn't have put that in my head.
That's crazy. What do you mean? The whole bit in the jewelry store did nothing for you?
No, what I'm saying is hit it.
Welcome back. We're in the plane. I was sipping my Monster juice. And we're headed to...
The island.
Yeah, the island.
Which is England.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I've thought about that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're headed to England. We're headed to the big island. The green one, the emerald one. I don't think I can say that.
Is that what they call it?
No, that's Ireland. That's like Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
So, whatever. We're going to the British Isles regardless. We're in the plane. It's beautiful. This episode was Flashes Before Your Eyes, which is the 8th episode of season 3. Desmond all the time. And it kind of flashback wise is a little bit different because there's just kind of one very long flashback that details the moment where Desmond turned the key in the hatch to kind of fail-safe things, the implosion, and what he saw after the implosion, which was a point in his life with Penny. And he goes through that as if he's experiencing it for the first time again, kind of he talks to a physicist friend of his, maybe? Is that what he does? Something like that, about time travel. And the dude is like, time travel is not real, Desmond. Get a grip on yourself. And Desmond's like, ah! And then he's like, oh, I could change things. I chickened out of asking Penny to marry me during this period of time last time. This time I'll buy a ring and I'll really do it. He goes to buy the ring. There's a mysterious woman at the jewelry store, and she kind of like goes through the motions of getting ready to sell him a ring. And then when he says, all right, I'll take it, she goes, no, you won't. You don't buy the ring. You didn't buy the ring. You don't ask Penny to marry you, Desmond. Don't be stupid. And he's like, wait, how do you know all this about me? And she takes him through all this stuff about how it's time and he has to make the same choices as before, and he will make the same choices as before. And she shows a guy die, and it's kind of a Wizard of Oz reference, just sidebar with his little red shoes coming out from the rubble. But he dies, and he's like, you knew he was going to die. Why didn't you save him? And the lady is like, well, if I had saved him, he would have died tomorrow of a bus crash or the next day in a terrible accident. It's like, okay, we get it. It's like fate is what we're talking about here. And it's kind of a whole flashback on Desmond and fate, as he does buy the ring and kind of eschews fate and is like, I'm going to ask Penny to marry me. And then at the last minute, just like before, chickens out because he does not think he's good enough for Penny, breaks her heart again and breaks up with her, and then wakes up in the present day on the island. Island side, we have right after, and this is funny, I'm sorry, this is funny, but right after Echo dies, they go and find, and they bury him and all of that happened last time we were with the brunt of the full frontals. They grab Hurley and Charlie, and Locke gives them a talking to, and he's like, Echo is dead. Echo died in the jungle. And we buried him, and everyone's going to be looking to you as to how you react to his death. Be normal. Help me out here. I don't like being in charge. I wish Jack was here. People aren't going to trust me. It's like a very funny scene that's kind of glossed over because toward the end of it, Desmond, like a prairie dog, goes and sprints 100 miles per hour to the beach and runs into the water and rescues Claire, who is out there caught in a riptide or undertow or something. Drags her back to shore and resuscitates her. And the whole time, Charlie is in his ear like, how did you know? How did you know she was drowning? And it's like, brother, let him save this girl. We can talk about his prophetic visions or whatever later. And so he does that, and then Claire is okay. She sees Desmond looking at the picture of him and Penny, and she's like, oh, she's beautiful. And Desmond's like, thank you. And that's fine, whatever. She's an accessory to him. Not really. Desmond and Penny are in love. What am I missing? Anything from there? No. And then Charlie and Hurley kind of corner Desmond with some McCutcheon whiskey. And they're like, drink with us. Eh. And Desmond's like, I've done enough drinking for the bit. And they're like, fine, if you're a bitch, we'll go drink somewhere else. And he's like, wait, is that McCutcheon whiskey? And they're like, yes. And so he does drink with them, and it gets raucous, and they have kind of like a cute boys moment where they're just like being bros and hanging out and drinking whiskey together, which I think is cute. And then they Charlie and Desmond kind of get into it because they're pushy about, why did you save Claire from drowning? How did you hear her? What about the lightning rod? How did you know to put that up? Blah, blah, blah. And he and Charlie, of course, begin fist fighting because that's how any altercation goes on this island. Desmond strangles Charlie for a bit, and then he tells them about his time travel experience during the implosion, and tells them that since then he's been having kind of prophetic visions, and since then he's been specifically having prophetic visions of Charlie dying, and he's been working to prevent that. It was not clear that he was saving with the lightning rod or with the drowning. It was Charlie, because Charlie was going to get electrocuted and Charlie was going to go out to save Claire and drown, but neither of those things happened. But remember that guy with the red shoes? Something to think about. And that's what you missed on Glee. That was a long one.
Come on.
It was a complicated episode. We're time traveling. Fionnuala Flanagan is here.
I thought, is that the shopkeeper?
Yeah, she's the lady who plays the shopkeeper.
Okay, because one of my notes was like, who is that? Why do I know who that is? And I'm not really entirely sure how I know who that is, but yeah.
I didn't make the same mistake I did last week, which was just assume that she said her name and start saying her name. I didn't.
Nice.
I didn't.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
Gosh, I can't believe you just did that entire thing. I think I've changed my...
It is one of my faves.
I think I've changed my strategy.
Oh.
I'm not going to take any notes going forward. Right?
Okay.
And I think I'm just going to wait.
You're just going to absorb it.
I'm going to wait till, you say what happened on Glee.
Yeah.
Because I had 10 things in the middle of that I wanted to say.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm just going to wait till you start talking, and then I'll get
And then
involved.
you'll absorb what happened.
Yeah.
I get that.
No. But it's just everything you said, I was like, thought.
Wow. Give me some of those thoughts. I've got a kind of ridiculous amount of notes, but most of them are meaningless.
I'm going to do kind of my first one is a big throwaway. I'm going to do my throwaway notes.
Yeah.
I think first. Who travels with Playboys?
I don't know. This
Why
was a
did they
time. I will
find
say
all
this was a
those?
time where there was a lot less internet porn, right?
Again.
So maybe
don't-
people did.
I have no
never
idea.
traveled with. I did like that it was a playpen, which has a history of being used in television shows to signify a Playboy or a
Yeah.
Penthouse without using a trademark term, kind of like Let's Potato Chips. And I think that those sort of like television brands are very fun. So I was excited to see a playpen.
Don't touch my Let's.
Exactly. And
Don't
Let's
touch
are
my-
in all these TV shows, and so are playpens.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was I mean, I figured as much, but I was like, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a flight.
You're taking one of the longest continuous flights in the world, and you're not going to take a titty mag? Grow up. I'm kidding.
Okay. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna gasp, but I can't get behind that. That was kind of my first note.
Our listener Apollo Part 22 says, same people who traveled with pregnancy tests and fireworks. True.
True. I did say the thing about pregnancy tests.
Yeah, and they had like bottle rockets at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. It's kind of
You
awful.
can fly with whatever on ABC.
It's awful.
They don't even look.
I didn't even question the bottle rockets or the firecrackers. I was like,
No.
wait,
who gives a
pregnancy
shit?
tests on the. Can't you just get one when you land?
Right.
Why can't yeah. All right,
But-
it's just interesting. I just thought it was like, you know what? We got to go 4 hours without some nudie mags. I got to bring my entire collection. That seems weird.
Yeah, that's why it's so funny when Charlie is like, frankly, a shocking amount of pornography.
Shocking. the fact that there was one shocked me.
Right.
But
There were like 8.
I guess there's.
It's the number of the episode and a lost number.
You're looking at the camera.
I'm always looking at the camera.
Okay.
Is this your first time?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I really don't
I'm
know.
interacting with our listeners.
I really don't know where to start though, because I like the way that you were going through that, and I had a bunch of different thoughts about. All of mine are like so random. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
So I really don't know where to kind of jump right in. But you did say one thing when Claire said, "Oh, she's beautiful."
Yeah.
Why is it funny?
It just is when he goes, "I thank you."
It's got nothing to do with you, dog. It's got nothing to do with you. Why would he say
Yeah.
thanks?
Because that's his girl or whatever, I guess.
It's not his girl. He
I
doesn't
know.
own her.
I know.
Yeah, I
And
was just like,
also
this is the
Broke
weirdest.
up with her, right?
I was like, yo, this is so weird. She's beautiful. Thanks. Well, you didn't do anything. What do you mean, thanks?
Right.
She's not.
Well, it's like an awkward.
I know she is.
Sure.
Okay. I wanted to call that out. 'Cause
You're right.
I literally, my note was like, why is that funny to me?
On the subject of why is that funny to me, I laughed out loud like a hyena in this episode when Locke pulls Hurley and Charlie off to the side. He's like, "Can I talk to you guys over here?" And he brings them off to the side, and they tell him that Echo's dead. And they're like, "Oh, what happened?" And there's a pause, and then Locke goes, "The island killed him." And he's right. It's the truth. It made me laugh. I had to pause the episode. I was laughing so hard at John just in the jungle. The island killed him.
How about that?
Okay, buddy.
How about it? What are you going to do?
Shit happens.
No shit happens. What are you going to
What
do?
are you going to do about
A
it?
carburetor
got
broke
him.
down.
All over.
Tough scene.
Got smoke? Fucked.
Who cares? How about it? Yeah.
I like that character. Whatever you
I
were
don't know
doing
what
just
that
now.
is. That was it's like a Gomer pile in the middle, just real slumped. I just thought, okay, I just want to get ahead of this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't dislike this episode. I know that you said it was like no way that I was going to not be a huge fan.
It's
I
crazy
think
if you're not
this-
a huge fan. I'll just say it. It's
I'm not saying I'm not.
okay, girl.
What I'm saying is if you watch the entire show and you have a full body of work for this entire deal, this is probably a banger. But there was a lot of stuff happening here
Wow.
that I can't reference future stuff, right? Everything that was happening with Desmond, I felt like, man, the more I get to know Desmond, this is going to be awesome. And everything that was going on with Charlie, everything that was going on with just, even Penelope, she's coming to look for him. She's been looking for him. We saw that scene where she's going to search for him.
Right.
I feel like later this episode's going to have a lot more meaning than it did in the moment, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I will say that this is not the most popular Desmond episode, and I will say that the most popular Desmond episode is the highest rated and almost universally considered to be the best episode of Lost. There is another like non-finale Desmond episode that is considered by probably 90% of Lost viewers to be the best episode. And this one and another Desmond episode, I think, both kind of link back to that best episode really perfectly. So maybe you need like the trilogy.
Okay.
Or at least the next one. But
Does that
and
make
the third one might not even be a Desmond episode. It might be a Daniel episode.
Okay.
That means nothing to you.
Yeah, that's sort of, does that
Right.
make sense what I'm saying? Like, I think that as I was watching, I was like, okay, so we are establishing like, I don't know if it's like time travel. I don't know if it's time loops. I don't know if it's the island recreating memories that get people stuck here. This seems awesome. 10 episodes from now, when I know what's going on, this is just my first introduction to it.
I get that.
I can't really comprehend what's happening yet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's not enough. I don't have enough like context to be like, yo, this is the first time that we are learning that they can go back and forth, you know?
But can they? Or was this just... I think you need to stop looking at this episode as being like keys to island secrets and start looking at it as just being like a story about Desmond. Because that's what I like about it being. Like, one of my favorite episodes is that it is a story about a man who is bound by fate and who does so much to try and escape that fate and in the end accepts it. Not really even accepts it, just like surrenders and submits to fate.
Okay.
And I like that. I think
Okay.
it's a cool journey.
No, I think that's good advice because I'm looking through it as the, you know, the lens of
Yeah.
a flashback, but like, you know,
You can, and certainly there is like island stuff to be learned from this. That lady at the jewelry store is going to come back in a huge way. Like there's bigger pictures. Charles Widmore is a very important character, and this is maybe the second episode we've seen him.
Yeah.
Like there are huge things coming that were furthered by this episode, but I do think that this episode is great just as a like character study.
Okay.
The moment.
But they use the island as the vehicle to get him back to the flashback. And typically it's just been straight cuts to the flashback.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying like there's more significance for me because the hatch and what he did with the doomsday key pushed him there. So it feels like an island story because of that.
It is.
But before that, I just thought they were like general flashbacks. Now this one seems tied
This
into.
one's pretty serious, yeah.
No.
I mean, it is still a
overthinking it?
story about fate. It is still a story just about Desmond and his struggle with fate, which is, I think, what Desmond's story is overall.
You can't outrun it.
No, you can't, dog.
It will course correct. That's all they said. Course correct.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Gosh darn it. I hate when you do that. It's like, there's very few times that I get you just like, yeah. Wow.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I know. I know that it leans on me to do crazy stuff like the Marshal's still coming for her. Because she could still go back in time and get to him. No one's talking about
Are we
that.
talking about Caden and Marshall?
I'm just talking about time travel.
Yeah,
if she
sure.
could go back in time, she would find
She
him.
can go fuck that cop if she so wants to.
She doesn't want to sleep
If that's
with him.
gonna help her.
She wants to build a life with him. She would go back and say,
Disgusting.
let's be done with this. And here's the thing. She would go back and call
I don't
him
want to run
first.
anymore.
She would call him first. She wouldn't go back and call anybody else. Every time she's anywhere, she calls. We're not doing the Marshal right now, but Kate would go back in time and call the Marshal to tell him something. I'm running from you. You came all the way back in time to do that?
Yeah. Well, she was like calling him just to be like, "You're not gonna catch me.
Nana nana boo boo.
You're not getting me." I have kind of a nothing burger note, which is that but when Charlie is confronting Desmond about the things that he's done that have seemed weird, he says, "You pitched your little rod outside Claire's tent." And he's talking about the lightning rod,
Jeez.
but it's just insane phrasing. we can't be talking about pitching rods outside of people's tents.
It's very
just freely.
what's his face? Laszlo. It's a very Laszlo of him pitching rods outside of tents.
Pitching rods
Yeah.
outside of your tent.
Yeah.
Can't do a Matt Berry at all.
That's so funny. I couldn't listen to any of that because I'm sure they did it on purpose, but Charlie was talking over Desmond that entire sequence when he got Claire from the water. I was like, I literally, shut up,
What is Charlie if not annoying, though? I've made peace with it. I have a note from today that was,
oh no.
hang on. No, Charlie, don't be weird and jealous. I was just starting to like you again. And then I took that note and then I internalized it completely and I said, Charlie is going to annoy me every time he's on screen. And that's fine. That's what he's here for.
That's exactly what's happening.
And it's okay.
That's really good, actually. I needed that. I needed to hear that.
And I think that once you accept that he's going to annoy you every time he's on screen, you'll like him more. Because you have the expectation he will be annoying, and then he'll do something kind of funny, and you're like, oh, look, he's trying. I'm sounding meaner. But
No, but it's true. Like,
yeah.
I was so like, dude, shut up. She doesn't need you. She needs Desmond right now. And if you look at it through the lens of, yeah, that's kind of his deal. He's just going to be in the way.
Yeah.
This is a constant guy. You look around, you're like, oh, hey, we're all going to the bar after this. You're like, oh, well, what's up, dog? What are you doing here? That's Charlie. Just there.
Aw.
Just there.
I'm going to cry.
He's like, hey, what are we drinking, guys? Oh shit. Who invited
Charlie
him?
came along. Yeah.
Who invited this
I
guy?
guess we'll get some beer, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. What do you want, dude? Okay. Yeah. Fucking Charlie's here.
He played Wonderwall this episode.
Yeah. Is there something there or just like
the meme of it all? And it wasn't a meme when he was doing this, but
it just felt very like on the nose.
Oh yeah,
yeah, like in England.
Maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. By the way,
yeah, okay.
And he keeps having visions of the dude dying. It's very on the nose. It's very chuggy. It's very, and it just being like that song, which is,
do anything else.
Annoying white boy at the party pulls out a guitar is a 50-50 shot. He's gonna play Oasis Wonderwall.
It's like the first song anybody learned on guitar.
It's either going to be that or Creep by Radiohead. We're not gonna have fun either way.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh shit, this is the first song he learned, and he's just playing in the streets.
If he starts playing any Led Zeppelin, we have to leave.
Yeah, my wonder. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything else, you know? And I thought this episode was kind of like music
and all
central.
the lights that lead you there are blinding. Don't forget that.
Because of the explosion with the purple sky.
Sky turned purple.
Sky turned purple, and people keep talking about it, you know?
Also, Charlie's middle name on his sign, Hieronymus.
It went way too fast. I didn't get that one.
Hieronymus. Charlie Hieronymus Pace.
Charlie
was what his little tip me I'm playing music sign said. I have a note that just says Charles Widmore fucking sucks, bro.
He does suck. And I felt like the whole time.
He's an asshole with that whiskey. I was barking at the screen. I was so mad. Leave him alone.
I know. And if you would have done this when Jen was talking to when Jen was talking to Son's dad, I would have been more upset about it, right? But like we've kind of done that. I felt like I saw it coming. It didn't make it any less hurtful, but I was like, come on, we're already doing this.
Read this note out loud.
Jen, handshake, Desmond going to insane lengths to prove themselves to the fathers of the women that they love.
They're doing the same thing, and what is lost about parallels.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, come on. There was no other outcome.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to just like.
And it sucks because they're both like ruining their relationships with, like, Jen is ruining his relationship with Son by trying to impress Mr. Pike. And Desmond is ruining his relationship with Penny because Charles Widmore told him he was worthless. It sucks.
Okay.
The point of Lost is that dads are scum. And that's the message.
Don't disagree. Can I ask you this question?
Please.
Do you think Desmond and Jan are good men?
Yeah.
Are they marrying bad women?
No. They are too caught up with what these women's dads think and not caught up enough with what the women think.
But they have a choice. They didn't have to choose them. They're choosing women who have.
Are we blaming women for their father's sins now?
We're blaming.
We can't do this.
That
What
did
did-
sound like I was
What
doing
did
that.
What did Penny
Okay.
do?
Let me. Hey, I'm gonna walk it back.
Son, we can talk about Son's flaws, but Jen and Son's whole story is about a marriage where they have betrayed each other and they are finding each other again. They've both done bad things, and that's the point of their story. What has Penny done?
She's done nothing.
Exactly.
Neither of them have done. Neither of them have done anything. I'm just saying these are two really, really great men, good men, not great men. Because he hasn't pressed the button yet, I guess, and
Yeah.
he's never done anything great. He'll never do anything
He'll
great.
never do anything more important than pushing the button. I
guess
said, girl.
I guess it's just curious that like two of my favorite male characters have decided to fall in love with women who have horrible fathers.
Well,
And I hate that. And I guess it did sound like on the front end that like I was thinking about blaming the daughters, which I would never do. I heard myself halfway through. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I just meant.
but Penny, even like when he comes back and he's like, I didn't get the job. Penny's like, well, it would have sucked shit to work for my dad anyway. Let's go out and have a drink and celebrate how much I love you. You don't have to impress her dad, bro. Look, she's right here and she thinks you're cool as hell.
I know.
And that's the message.
It's just such a thing, though. It's such a thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a thing.
And it's more complicated than that because of the power that Widmore and Mr. Pike have, I guess.
And just, it's, if you love someone like that way, it is.
Yeah.
If you love them that way, it is important to impress their father. Yeah, you can say whatever.
Father's a sucky nightmare like Charles Widmore, but I guess that
It would be nice to have their approval, though. You know, right?
guess,
It's
yeah.
not. Things aren't worse if you can get the green light. I understand what he was doing.
yeah,
Because part of me was like, dude, just marry her. She loves you.
right.
It's never that simple, and it does complicate things. And the fact that he made that mistake 2 times in a row means that that's a big deal. If you love somebody that much and you feel like their worth is far exceeding what you think that your self-worth is, it's a big deal what their
Yeah, and that's a
family
Desmond problem.
makes sense.
Yeah,
It's a hard thing to deal with. And I'm not going to give him excuses. Like, yeah, just
No.
leave with her. But like, where are you going to leave to? Like, the sidewalk with the cardboard box? He's got nowhere to take her. So it does have a massive amount of leverage for her family.
Yeah,
So I get why he needed that approval.
sure. Yes.
No,
Yes.
too much.
No.
No,
I'm with you.
sorry.
I mean,
Okay.
Penny's got money. It'll be fine. But
She might-
I also understand that like Desmond's whole character is wrapped up in pride and like wanting to provide for Penny, whether or not he has to. He doesn't have to. She's got money. But he wants to provide for her and he wants to be someone that she can depend on. And he has just the lowest self-worth you can imagine, which is informing every choice that he makes, especially when he's like, she deserves better than me, brother. I'm going to throw this into the harbor.
I thought it was like a good parallel when he was throwing it into the water, and I thought about him in that little tie-dye shirt throwing rocks.
Yes,
in the
wow.
water.
And the lady from the jewelry store is around the corner like, thank God.
The lady from the jewelry store.
Yes.
Give her all the scenes? I don't know what.
Wow.
She rocked.
Accomplished character actress Fiona Flanagan. Absolutely killer.
Yeah, what do I know her from?
I don't know what you would know her from. She was in The Others, No Relation, which is a movie I really love. It's a horror movie with Naomi Watts. Well, no, it's Nicole Kidman. It's one of them. They look a lot alike.
Is that the one with Colin Farrell?
I didn't know she was in Four Brothers. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, right? Hang on. No, The Others is Nicole Kidman is like a nanny for some children who like can't go outside and it's all very weird. I think they're ghosts.
Oh. Classic.
Spoiler alert
She
for this
was-
movie from 2000.
She was diabolical. Like she had
She's so good.
She had so much like weight to everything that she said.
Theater actress.
Right? Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, baby.
Just the rehearsal process. Like
I hate the way Google does the AI thing now because I can't find anything, and I'm just trying to find her IMDb so that I can look through it for things you might know her from.
No, she was just like I really don't know, like, probably the proper adjective to her, but like whenever she was on screen, I was like, scary, intense, purposeful. I don't know all the different words. Oh, so she's
Bottom
on
middle.
She's on there.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so she's like a heavy player. She's involved.
She's involved.
Yeah, she just was like, yo, listen. I don't know what she's saying.
I forgot about that movie. She was on Nip Tuck. She played a Vulcan, Star Trek Enterprise.
Yeah. Don't.
She did additional voices in my favorite animated film, Quest for Camelot, and I just found out right now.
Quest for Camelot. Nothing.
Rules.
Does it?
It's this young lady named Kaylee. Her father is a knight for King Arthur. Killed. Serving King Arthur.
They can't see me doing this to you right now. Is this another Ben was in this show? Or should I actually watch it?
Oh, it's good as hell.
Okay.
It's a...
Because last time you told me to watch something, you said Ben was in it.
Yeah, and I was lying.
Okay. So I'm just making sure we're not doing that again.
I just found out she was in it, and it says additional voices, so she probably is just like crowd voices, I would think.
I think there's something extremely...
But there's Carrie Elwes plays like a blind man in the woods with a falcon on every tree. It fucking rules. Gary Oldman is the villain. I think
Gary
they all
Oldman.
have different actors doing their singing voices, but Gary Oldman, I think, does his like talk sing villain song where he's fucking mutating his soldiers together in front of Kaylee's house, and she's like, I've got to warn King Arthur. It's a children's movie. It's so... And there's a two-headed dragon, and there's this song that they sing because they hate being attached to each other. If I didn't have... It's kind of like Sonny and Cher. It's cute. It's cute. You would love it.
So they don't want to be attached. Okay.
Listener Jack Honey says, my husband not having my father's approval is one of the things I love about him most. Love that forever.
I think it's important too, because I was literally just saying, if you love him, marry him. You don't need it.
Right.
But it's like, it's just this weird social construct where you do need to have approval, and you're never going to be worthy if you don't get it. I do understand on one level that, you know, it's just marry him. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Love is love. But, you know, Jen's not doing it.
Right.
Desi's
Isn't
not
right?
doing it. You know, you got to have it.
Desi.
I get it.
Right. Whatever happened, happened. Gosh.
Rat trap.
Yeah.
I feel like the island is a rat trap.
Perhaps on some level for some people. For Mr. Echo, it sort of became one, didn't it?
Well, I feel like for everyone, they are like experimental, you know, projects trapped on this place that they can't leave. Even for Juliet, it feels like a rat trap, right? They're experimenting on her.
For sure a rat trap for Juliet. Oh, my queen.
I'm just saying, like, the island, because it just thought it was interesting when they said rat trap when he was talking about their flat.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like what the island is.
Oh, he's destined, fated to be in a rat trap. You really didn't like this episode?
No, I love this episode. I thought it was going to have a lot more impact when I knew a lot more context, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Yes, it does.
Because you keep talking about it. I especially was thinking about Penelope when we last saw her was at the end of season 2. She was like in that like bunker or whatever. Like we found them. We saw this anomaly or whatever it was, and she was like looking for him. Right. I think she's going to be a major player. I just felt like there's a lot about that story in like the island and time traveling that we have to learn. And this was kind of the first introduction to it. And I thought like, this is going to be awesome to look back at. Like that was the first time I knew that they were doing this. You know what I mean? Just felt like I just needed more context to what was happening.
We'll see.
Okay.
Who could say?
Okay. All right. Fine. I did agree fully with Desmond and Penny. My bad.
They're in love.
We are not
They
questioning.
invented love.
We're not questioning them anymore. Because I did do
My
the I did the Desmond and Claire thing.
Yeah.
I think for an episode. My bad.
That was weird. I let you go with it because I thought it was fun, but no, Penny is the only attachment for her.
Claire's into it.
Yeah, Claire thinks that their love is beautiful, and she thinks that Penny is beautiful. Thanks.
Desmond did a lot of work. Thank you. Really nice.
I love the bit where he's when he first like goes back to the past and he's laying on the floor with the paint strewn out under him. Very good. Just very pretty cinematography. Going through my notes here.
Well, they did say that's what happens when you mix ladders and paint and alcohol.
Yeah.
Was he boozing while he was painting?
I guess so, man.
A tough scene. I don't know.
You got to do what you got to do in this world.
I don't know a ton about pubs, but you probably shouldn't have been boozing while you're up there.
Yeah. Let's talk about Desmond's path. What comes next for him? The lady at the jewelry shop was like, your path is to go to the island and press that button. And he's done that now. What now?
Okay, I feel like he had to relive all of the things that were like put in place for him to live through. Mm-hmm. Now his path is whatever he makes it.
Wow.
His entire like episode was about him trying to change the course of like what I can do what I want. I can make my own decisions, even when he's at the pub and when he's talking to the shopkeeper. He's saying I can make my own decisions.
Yeah.
Really, he couldn't.
No, not then.
Now that he's put back in place at the island, his path now is whatever he decides.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I've been thinking. And that's kind of like why he was able to save Charlie twice. Because
he's fighting fate.
Yeah.
Now in the present. He's fighting fate because he knows what's supposed to come.
I think his fate is now what he decides. And I think it was important that we went through all the things that he couldn't change. Yeah. Because if he does decide to change things, but he's always been a sacrificial dude, though. Like he went down there and he, did the doomsday key because he's always been
Catholic,
a hero first. Yes. And Charlie said he wasn't a hero. Yeah, but he is a hero, So I
coward.
Think,
that's what Charlie said and what Penny said. Oh,
I think now he can be a great man. Because he gets to decide whether or not he's a great man.
Wow.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
I hope so. Do you think Charlie's going to die?
No.
No?
Too on the nose. No way.
Too easy, right?
Too easy. There's no way. No.
I had a listener ask me to ask you.
No.
If you thought he was going to die after Desmond's little predictions.
No, not right away. I will say, like, bold prediction. How many episodes do we have left in season 3?
Let me see. This is episode 8. We have 22 total, counting the finale as one episode. So we have
14. I don't think he makes it to season 4.
Wow.
I don't think he dies in the next 3 episodes. You can clock that.
I'm clocking it.
Clock it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he dies in the next. I don't think he dies in the next 3. But I don't think he makes it out of season 3.
Wow.
No, it just feels too obvious. I mean, it's just like from everything that I've watched, like there's no way they tell you who's going to die.
Yeah, and then he dies
they
the next
die.
Episode.
No,
right.
come on. That's...
Right.
I mean, it feels way... No, too clever by half. There's no way that they do that. No, he's good for a little bit. And he's going to do something heroic for Claire. Because I feel like they were building a little bit of like dissension for Charlie because he was like a disaster trying to protect Claire. But I do think it makes him endearing of why he's trying to protect Claire.
Wow.
And I think that like that's going to be kind of the final send off.
Wow.
Is he does something selfless for Claire. And I think it's a good device to like build it in a way that like makes me hate him and makes me think, shut up, but.
And boy, am I thinking, shut up.
The whole time, dude.
Bro.
He's like, I got her. I was like,
Charlie, put a lid on it.
Yo, is he supposed to hand you Claire in the middle of taking her off the beat?
Right.
So
calm down, brother.
Don't be dumb, brother. Don't be dumb, brother.
You're going to die, Charlie. If we're drinking, then we're drinking, brother. Sorry.
Darn it.
I just think Desmond is so funny.
He's gonna die. Next episode, I'm gonna look like an asshole.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, we're gonna.
What is the next episode? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus.
Well,
Let's not do the podcast anymore. This is the last episode of the. Thank you so much for joining us on the Lost podcast. I think we're going to call it here. I think no more, right?
if anyone wants to keep going, Charlie dying would be very great for me. That'd be great.
I think Flight 815 is done.
I might be more motivated. I've been calling Charlie to die since like episode 7 from season 1. So I think we're good there.
Goodness. No, we're not done anymore. We'll keep going. But the next episode is Stranger in a Strange Land. Zooey Mama.
Zooey. Oh, that's a phrase. God, what an idiot. See, that's what I'm saying.
You're not. That was just an exclamation. Hell's good, dude. Thank you, Zoe.
You know how hard it is for me to watch the show? Like everything that I'm like processing is all like in real time. It's incredible.
You're going to have an easy week next week. There's not going to be much to process.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this.
I want you to come in next week and say, that's the best episode of Lost I've ever seen.
Because people are going to be pissed.
You know, it's the worst episode. And everyone thinks it's the worst episode. I agree, which says a lot because I'm forgiving a lot of things that people are not forgiving of.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to love it. It's going to be like my favorite.
Yeah, it's going to be your favorite. It's worthless. We don't learn anything that matters. Unless we do. I kind of don't remember what happens on the island. I'm remembering the flashbacks and gagging. Not in a good way.
Okay. That's tough. You don't like to hear
it's like
that.
a little racist. It's just not a good episode overall.
Okay.
Maybe racially insensitive is the better word.
Okay.
Just a little messy.
All right.
Product of the time, as it were.
Yeah.
Did we ever hear from either MC Gainey or Rob McElhenney? No.
They didn't reach out.
No.
Shocker.
Thought we'd check in. Bert. I'm so sorry. DD Megadoodoo. No, Bert McGirt, our listener here, says Charlie has come so far since season 1. And that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like we should.
Hand up. I agree wholeheartedly.
Sorry for bullying you all the time, Charlie.
You kind of missed the window for me to like be excited for his demise.
Wow.
I'm pretty good right now. Like he's doing just fine.
He's doing great. He got clean.
Yeah, and also like
he's a little overbearing, but I think he's probably helping out a lot with Aaron.
But so much of his story is tied to Claire, and I'm glad that Claire has a lot of stability going on right now. So like if he is able to like facilitate that and make it better, yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
You know, like it's good for me.
Let's get after it.
Yeah, you missed the window for Charlie with me.
Oh gosh, is there anything else that we need to zero in on for this episode? I feel like Widmore's paintings in his office.
Shit. Damn it. Did I miss it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
There are 3 paintings up in his office. I really want to talk about 2 of them. And we know, from a Doyleist perspective, we know that the paintings are the paintings because they're Jack Bender, who is a director for Lost's paintings, and he just wanted to put his paintings in the show. His paintings are kind of Losty because he was working so heavily on this show. He's the one who I always talk about, like, Jack Bender directed this one. Oh, yeah. It's a good one. One of the paintings I've got here, and I'll show it to you, Anthony, is a polar bear over some mountains. It says Namaste across the top. There's an upside down, I believe that's Buddha. Yes. Yeah. Look closer. Yes. Polar bear, you know. Lost. Yeah. This painting is the one I really want to talk about, though, because we've seen it on Lost before. Yeah. Get in there. Zoom in.
What is this?
It's a painting of some bullshit, kind of. It's like a little smiley face and some like abstract stuff is happening. I'm not a visual art critic, so I can't really say much about it. But we've seen it before. Would you like to know where?
In the maternity ward.
You are so warm, but no.
Yeah, children did that.
Not children, but a child, in a way, Thomas, Claire's good-for-nothing baby daddy, who ran off.
Really?
It's his painting that he painted. And he was talking about like his art in that episode, maternity leave.
Yeah.
You said maternity
What
ward?
the
That was, you subconsciously knew. But it was one of his paintings that he had done. And that never comes back. There's really no connection between Charles and Thomas. But Charles Woodmore does have a Thomas absent baby daddy original in his office.
This is a perfect example of why I can't watch this show. There's like too much going on. I can't notice stuff in the background. You know?
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay.
The third one is also like a little bit.
It's kind of a Claire adjacent episode. So they throw her like baby daddy's.
Does that look like anything to you?
No.
It doesn't look like anything to me.
No, nothing.
You like Westworld? Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, there you go. Those are the paintings. What else?
Yeah, I got nothing there. Do you like chestnuts? That's what the shopkeeper said.
Yeah.
Just love that.
Okay.
Because that's like the whole thing's like chestnuts, you know? We're doing like, here's little clues, here's there, you know? It's he's like, why'd you talk about the red shoes? Just thought it was an interesting fashion choice that I should point out. You know, I just think the whole show is like kind of chestnuts here and there.
Yes,
like,
that's true.
Did you notice that? Did you notice the paintings in the background? It's a little chestnut, you know?
Yes.
So I wrote penny eating.
True.
Come on. Just come on. Is
Scarfing.
coward going to be a trigger for Desmond?
It was this episode. I think it set him off specifically because that's been rotating in his mind.
Okay.
He relived that moment where he broke Penny's heart and she called him a coward. And he's been thinking on it.
He just got back to Charlie and then just got, 2 days later, he ends up hearing coward again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I think that's more of it. And I think that also that's part of the theming of his story is that he has run away a couple of times when things were. We'll get more into that later.
Okay, well, can I ask you one final question, like as we leave?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a place right now where, like, Desmond is fighting to be, like, a great special person and doesn't think he's worthy. And I feel like I'm also kind of looking at it through Locke lens, where he just, like, thinks he's special. Locke thinks he's entitled to being special, and Desmond is like, I have not earned being special. There's nothing I can do to be special. And Locke is like, anything I do is special. I know the island. I need to be the one in charge. I am like in touch with everything. I feel like there's an entitlement piece to Locke right now, and I feel like there is a earn it before you deserve it thing for Desmond.
That's a very interesting observation, Anthony.
Is that too grandiose, or what is that?
It's a very interesting observation, Anthony.
Okay. Because I feel like they're on a collision course.
Wow.
Right now, because they both have very non-invasive leadership styles, but they have very good leadership tendencies that where like people will just follow them based off of what they believe, right? Like Desmond is not worthy. Most people who lead don't feel like they should be. Juliet, last week we talked about her. I'm not a leader. People typically follow people who are not dying to be the leader.
Yeah.
I feel like Desmond's going to have a big following from that. And I feel like Locke is, I'm the leader now. Jack's not here. And people will follow him because they just love their rank and file.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to clash heads, and there's going to be these two different groups
Maybe.
going at it. No?
Perhaps.
Too big?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I was just saying. That's like,
I was
it's
trying to figure out if I could say anything, and I don't think I can. But we're going to get into some serious shit here soon. Not next episode. Next episode's going to be
my favorite episode.
Your fucking favorite episode of any TV show you've ever seen.
My Opus Dei.
Thank you so much for joining us as we spoke about season 3, episode 8, Flashes Before Your Eyes. We love Desmond.
We do.
We're landing the plane now in England. We're gonna go have a pint, maybe go up in the eye, see the jewels, pay homage to Queen Mum. Well, there's a king now. I don't care about that. And then maybe we'll make a mosey around for the pub.
Yeah, get a picture
Have
for
another
five.
pint.
Get a picture for £5.
Get a picture in front of an ugly backdrop for £5.
£5.
Love it. Love it.
We'll
okay. Next time we'll discuss episode 9, Stranger in a Strange Land. But for now, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.